Today in this session, we are going to discuss about the timers in JMeter. So first of all, understand why we use the timers and what is the use of that. First of all, you can say that suppose take the example. This is my test plan. I have four requests here: get all student, get student by ID, create student, and update student, which I have already shown you in my previous video. This is the API request. Now, what happens that when I will run this, you can say that plan here. So let me run it here. For example, this one. So you can say it is you can say sending the request like one is start, then second is started, then third and fourth is started, and how much time they are taking for starting. It is totally depends on that how much ramp up period you have given. You have given the 1 second to start all the threads, and plus you can say up and running here. Okay, so now you can say then they start sending the request, one request, then second and third request. They are taking you can say whatever time is taken by default by the each request, they are taking it. Okay, now what happens that if you can see that there is some delay between the requests, this is first, you can then there is a delay something like that 503, and you can say that then 758 millisecond is there, then 763, then 791. So that is the you can say default delay what is taken by the JMeter. If you want to add some more delay between the request, if you want to add some more delay between the requests, then how you can add it? Okay, so how you can add it and why we are adding it, let me explain you that thing also. In real environment, what happens that if you take the example of API, or you can take the example of real web application, whenever you are working on a web application, like you can say you want to buy some product from a web application. So you first of all just think something in your mind, and then it takes some time, and then you enter some data in your application, like you want to search for a headphone, something like that. Now you have first enter the headphone, then click on search. When you click on search, it is sending a request to the server and is showing the product. Now what you are doing, you are not doing anything on the application, you are just looking in the product. Okay, when you are looking the different product on your screen, and then you go to the you can say then you are going to make any other action on your application. Maybe you are going to add in card, something like that. So you can say usually in the real environment, what happens that whenever you are going to perform some actions, or you are going to trigger some request, so it usually takes some time between two requests. And the reason is that human nature is that they are going to think something about the action. Okay, so here how we can simulate this thing, we can add with the help of timer also. So let me show you that how we can add the timer. So I'm going to add a timer, this one, add, and go to the timer, and then you can first, that is constant timer. Constant timer means you are going to add this fixed time, means between every request, between whenever it is going to send any request, it will by default take a delay of 300 millisecond by default. So you can see this thing clearly. So I will do one thing, I will not clear this old result before adding the timer. Okay, these four results are of the previous run. Now I'm going to run it again, so you can say next four requests you will see the impact. So now we can see that whenever executed, now the this in this run we have seen the request 5 6 7 8, and you can say this time it is approx taking the 300 millisecond delay between the request here you can say that. Okay, so this is the purpose of constant timer. Now you can see that, let me do one thing, let me make one more run, and here I'm going to add that approx the time like 3000 millisecond. 3000 millisecond means we are talking about the you can say 3 seconds. So I will do one thing, let me come here, and again I'm not going to clear the results. So next four results you will see the impact, that delay will be 3 seconds. So now let me run it. Now here you can say that obviously you can assume that it is taking some time to trigger the request. Now you can see here. So here you can say that 38, 41, and then 44. So then 47. It is taking that delay, extra delay of you can say second in every request. So you can do this thing also. Okay. Now let me clear this results. Okay, and I can show you one more thing, that whenever you are adding, you can add it at the thread level. If you want to add this as a constant level, you can add as a request or sampler level also. Or if you want to add some extra, means you can add it two places. This is common for every type of request. And now for get all students or get a student by ID, you want to add some extra time, constant time. So now we can add it here. So now what is the impact here? For every request like 1 2, 3, 4. This timer 3 second will be applicable, but for this get a student by ID, there will be extra timer that is 300. It means for all the requests, the delay will be 3 second and 3 seconds. But for this particular get student by ID, the delay will be 3 second and 300 millisecond. Now you can see the impact also here. So you can watch it clearly. Now you can see that it is actually taking the 3 second time to hit the request. Now you can, as you can see the and feel the delay on my screen. Okay, here you can say this one. Okay, now you can say that this one. Okay, yeah, you can say that. And now you can see that we have added, so we can see the impact here. Okay, so now let me do one thing. This is one time of timer, and you can use it whenever you want to add some delay between the requests. Now let me clear this thing. So in this timer, what is the special thing? That whatever time you are giving, that is a fixed time, means you are giving a fixed time. Now we have another option for that. Let me first of all remove these two timers here. Now we have another option. Another option is that if you want to ask JMeter to add some random time, you don't want to use the fixed time, you want to add some random time. In that case, what you can do, you can go here and you can go to the timer section, and then you can add a uniform random timer. Now, what is the quality of it? So here you can say that it is using some random time to make a delay between the request. But what you control here, you can actually control the max delay. It means, suppose take the example, you want to you are asking JMeter, okay, can you add a delay between the request? Okay, but you should not go beyond it. You should not go beyond it. So here random maximum delay means you will not go beyond 100 millisecond. Okay, so whenever one request will be there, it will make a delay of, it will make a any delay between, you can say, 0 to 100 millisecond. 100 is the maximum. So here you can control the maximum. Second thing is, what is constant delay? Suppose take the example, this is the random thing, and other than random you want to add some extra time that is fixed. So if I'm going to put it 10, it means whenever your request is going to be triggered, it will take any random time between you can say between maybe 0 to 100 here, 0 to 100 anytime. Suppose take the example, it has taken the random time 80 millisecond. So in 80 millisecond, whatever random time is there, it will add one constant delay, that is 10. So here it is generating suppose 80 and it is 10. So total random time will be you can say 90. And if it is generating a random time that is 60 millisecond, so it will add one 10 more millisecond there, and it will become 70. So it is simple, it is the random number maximum, and it is the constant time it is going to add in this. So you can use it here. So let me show you this thing here. And it is not mandatory that you are going to add some. Here you can see that it is generating the random number. Okay, so now same thing here. If you want to add it at the, you can say at your request level, you can add it here also. Let me add here, let me timer and uniform random timer. So now again same thing is going to applicable here. So here I'm taking the example of suppose 10 milliseconds. Okay, and this is 0. So what is going to be happen for all the requests like get all student, get student by ID, create student, update, for all the requests, this uniform timer which is defined at the thread group level, that will be applicable for all. And now for this particular request get student by ID, this will the added time. Added time is this random time plus this will applicable for this request. So this is the, you can say, random time. So now let me run this thing also. So again, now I have not cleared it. So you can see the next run. This is this one. So you can see that impact here. So this is, and usually we should use at least one of the timer, either the constant or the uniform random time, because in the real life, you know that we are not keep sending the request just like a robot. Okay, human nature is that we are going to perform. If you want to see, let me show you this thing also. Suppose take the example. Suppose take the example. I'm going to add a suppose I'm going to add a application or surfing application Amazon. So in that case, what happens that you can see that, okay, I'm taking some time. I'm thinking, okay, what product I need to search. So I'm making some delay. Then I'm putting here, suppose take the example, Samsung. Then I click on Samsung. When I click on Samsung or Samsung mobile, So now you can say that I click on this one. So now you can say that after that, okay, I'm just looking at the product. Okay, this is the product. So I'm taking some time to watch something. So it is something like a, delay. Then I'm going to select any other product. So usually there is a delay between every request. So that we should simulate with the help of, you can say that, your timer here. So I hope your doubt is clear. If you have any other type of query, you can put in the comment of this video. And if you want to get the notification about my upcoming videos, you can subscribe it. Thank you.